Now let me go to St. John Hunt, who is the co-author of a terrific book called Jeb and the Bush Crime Family, co-written by yours truly. But the reason I asked St. John on today is because he has a terrific piece up now at stonecoldtruth.com that tells you why the Central Intelligence Agency's claims about Russian hacking of the elections simply cannot be trusted. St. John Hunt, welcome to InfoWars, where I'm proud to be sitting in for my friend Alex Jones.
Thank you, Roger. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate it.
So outline for us your thinking. You're, I know, a man who follows the political news, and you've seen this slow motion coup d'etat that the Democrats are attempting to pull off. Why shouldn't we believe our intelligence agencies?
Well, let me say, first of all, that it's shameful what's going on in this country today, and the way the news media is spinning Mr. Trump to be some sort of irresponsible person that doesn't care about the briefings. He clearly stated that his vice president would be in charge of the daily briefings. I understand full well that the CIA, since its inception after World War II, has been bent on a one-way street to to subvert the foreign freedom of other countries for personal gain for this country. And I've seen it because my father was in the CIA for 27 years. And I can attest to the fact that the CIA is riddled with low-level intelligence people that are just, continuing the CIA philosophy of let's get in there and take what we can on a worldwide basis. Starting as early as 1953 in Iran, they overthrew the democratically elected Premier Mohammad Mossadegh, and that was to help the British regain their control of oil. So that's a greed factor right there. Then in 1954, my father was personally involved in the overthrow of Jacob Arbenz in Guatemala, which was also, I think, dictated by greed and personal gain for the Dulles brothers, who were on the board of United Fruit Company. This was an issue that cost thousands and thousands of lives, followed by the Bay of Pigs, which was a complete fiasco, as everybody knows, and brought the world to really the brink of World War III. This has gone on for decades and decades. And the fact that Donald Trump does not want to have a daily briefings is a good idea, I think. He's bringing his sense of business to an otherwise failed political situation where he's wary of the CIA, and he rightfully should be. The CIA has gone on, continued. 1965 to 72, they ran a campaign in Vietnam called the Phoenix Program, which murdered up to 60,000 civilians based on their political beliefs. At 79, they misjudged the entire Iranian situation. 6 months before the Iranian Revolution, they advised in their national intelligence estimate, which is the briefing that Mr. Trump would be seeing, that Iran was not in a revolutionary or pre-revolutionary state. In 1990, the CIA dismissed the likelihood of the Iraq invasion in Kuwait. In 2002, the NIE, the National Intelligence Estimate, stated that Iraq has continued buildup of WMDs, which we know is just a complete falsehood. So there's an element here of the news reporting that Trump doesn't want the daily briefings, but what really they should be reporting is on the CIA's complete history of failed intelligence gathering services and reporting. That's what I think.
Well, it's interesting that Trump, in his formal statement, actually fired back and said, when the CIA asserted that the election had been hacked by the Russians, he pointed out these were the exact same people that told us Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. What good is a briefing if the information contained in the briefing is wrong? I'm kind of interested, St. John, in your view on the recent fall of Castro, given your father's expertise in Cuban affairs and the fact that your dad was involved in numerous attempts to assassinate Castro, and then he was involved in the disastrous Bay of Pigs invasion. Do you think the fall of Castro at least I should say, the death of Fidel Castro is going to lead to democratic reforms in our lifetime?
Well, that's a tough question to answer, but no, I don't think change is going to come about that rapidly. There is change noticed there already, slowly, and it depends what his what his brother is going to put forth. But Castro has been immortalized in a very romantic sense worldwide. So it's hard to beat that. When the media paints him as a romantic, freedom-loving, for the people type of a persona, when in reality he may have been that at the very early stages of the Cuban Revolution back in 1958 and 59. He very quickly turned into a murderous dictator that imprisoned and killed thousands and thousands and thousands of Cubans that were not aligned to him. And this is something that's not really talked about. It's a lot easier to wear Castro and Che Guevara T-shirts without without the knowledge of what they really stood for.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. He's a mass murderer up there with Hitler and with Stalin. So, St. John, are you? What's your view now of the Trump administration? I know you were early a skeptic. We had numerous conversations. You're not necessarily a Republican. I know you kind of view yourself as an independent. How do you think he's doing? With about a minute and a half left, give us your assessment.
Well, you're right. At the throughout most of the election, I wasn't sold on Trump, but I was fully against Hillary because I know she's a criminal of the largest sort, and she should be prosecuted to at the extent of the law, every bit of the law. But Trump, I believe, has really come about. I went to a Trump rally here in Fort Lauderdale and was impressed. But beyond that, I think Trump is going to do a good job if he will be allowed to do a good job. But this constant haranguing, this constant, malfeasance of, the words, the anti-Trump slinging is just, it's embarrassing to me as an American citizen. To have this kind of negativity thrown at someone who hasn't even started their job yet. I mean, let the guy alone. Let him do his job, and then let's wait a year, 6 months, and see how he's doing. Then we can start slinging stuff if we don't like what he's doing or if he's gone off the tracks. But now, let him do his job. Let him pick his cabinet. Let him do what he's supposed to do. Give him a break. He won fair and square. That's all there is to it.
Right through December 17th, the last day that we can guarantee you'll get your order before Christmas in the United States, we're offering store-wide free shipping. And on top of that, some of the biggest discounts of the year. 30% off Living Defense Parasite Cleanse. 50% off Colloidal Silver Bullet, and free shipping. That is just an incredible deal. Brain Force Plus, now with 20% more in each bottle and 30% off. $19.95, can't beat that deal. Winter Sun, Vitamin D3, 25% off. Survival Shield, X2, Nascent Iodine, again, an amazing 30% off. BioTrue Selenium, 30% off, and that's just some of the specials. Check them out today at InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll-free. The great crew will answer your questions, tell you about some of the other specials, and take your order if you'd like. 888-253-3139.